Sounds All Around: The Science of How Sounds Work, by Susan Hughes and Ellen Rooney, and read by Mr. C, the teacher. Summer, sunlight, a gentle breeze blowing the clouds. It's so quiet. Then, zzz. A honeybee. Such a tiny insect, but its beating wings make a big sound in the silence. Then, off in the distance, dark clouds and lightning. It's a giant electric spark that is so hot, hotter than the sun, and travels so fast, faster than a rocket ship, that the air explodes. The explosion makes a sound called thunder. But you don't hear the thunder right away. Count the seconds after you see the lightning. 1, 2, 3. Why do you hear thunder after you see lightning? Well, light travels through air much faster than sound does, so the lightning always reaches you first. Some sounds, like the bee buzzing and the thunder clapping, happen naturally. A rooster crowing, a cat purring, waves washing the shore. Subway wheels squealing around a bend, rain dripping from an eaves trough, you sneezing. Other sounds are made to communicate something. An ambulance siren wailing, a school bell clanging, an alarm clock. Your voice calling to a friend.
Hey, Mabel!
How does sound happen? Try this. Pluck a guitar string. Now watch as the string moves back and forth very quickly. The string is vibrating, and this makes the air around the string vibrate too. Once the air is on the move, the vibrations travel outward in waves. These waves spread in all directions, including deep into your ear. The outside of your ear is shaped like this sort of round disc to be able to collect the sound. And once the sound enters your ear through the outer ear canal, travels down to the eardrum, and it goes through this part into your inner ear, and then these nerves connect the sound to your brain, so your brain recognizes what the sound is. Inside the ear canal, the sound waves make your eardrum vibrate, and this vibration makes thousands of tiny hairs shiver. These shivering hairs turn the sound energy into signals, which travel straight to your brain. Aha! Your brain tells you you're hearing a sound and what that sound is. An eardrum is a thin piece of skin that stretches across your ear canal, inside your ear. Sound waves make eardrums vibrate, just like the drumsticks make drum skins vibrate. Now try this. Clap your hands. Once, twice. There, your hands made the air move and vibrate just like the guitar string did. Then the air quickly travels in waves away from your hands and reaches your ears. A signal was sent to your brain and you heard the sound of clapping. Once, twice. Usually you can't see or feel an object vibrating, but try this. Hum loudly while gently touching the sides of your neck with your fingertips. Can you feel the vibrations? You can hear high sounds and low sounds, soft sounds and loud sounds. It all depends on the way the air vibrates. When the air vibrates quickly, you hear a high-pitched sound, like a mouse squeaking or a flute trilling. Very high-pitched sounds, called ultrasound, is so high that humans can't hear it. But some animals, such as dogs, bats, opossums, and porpoises, can hear it. They even use ultrasound to find their way around. Have you ever yelled in a cave or canyon and heard the echo of your voice bounce back?
Echo.
When bats fly in the dark of night, they find their way by sending out very high-pitched sounds. And when the echoes bounce back to them, the bats can tell that something lies in their path. This is called echolocation. When the air vibrates slowly, you hear a low-pitched sound, like the rum-umble of an earthquake or a tuba-pa-ping. Just like human ears can't hear super high-pitched sounds, we also can't hear super low-pitched sounds called infrasound. But a squid and a hippo can, so can an elephant and a whale. These animals use infrasound to communicate. Elephants communicate using very low sounds. Low sounds travel farther than high sounds, so elephants can send messages over incredibly long distances. Their low rumbles can travel as far as 6.5 kilometers or 4 miles. And the elephant receiving the call picks it up through its feet. Elephants can also hear the low rumbling of an approaching thunderstorm. Sometimes air vibrates gently. It carries only a tiny bit of energy. It presses lightly against your eardrums. The sound is soft, like when leaves rustle or a pin drops on the floor. Have you ever heard the expression, so quiet you can hear a pin drop? Try it. Drop a pin on the floor. What changes do you have to make around you before you can hear it hit the floor? How quiet does it have to be? Sometimes air vibrates with a great amount of energy. It presses forcefully against your eardrums, like when dragsters take off from the starting line. Dragster engines are extremely powerful. Their sound can make your eyes vibrate and your bones shake. It can even make it difficult for you to swallow. We're not all race car drivers, but we all need to protect our ears. Loud noises can damage your ears for a short time or even forever. To keep your ears safe, stay away from really loud noise. And this includes loud music. If you know you're going to be near loud noise like a fireworks display, a construction site, an air show, or a sporting event, be sure to wear earplugs or industrial earmuffs. High sounds, low sounds. How do we measure pitch? It depends on how quickly the air vibrates. We find the pitch by measuring the sound vibrations during a set period of time. 1 vibration per second is a hertz. Turtles can hear sounds that are only 20 hertz. That's very low. Beluga whales can hear sounds that are 123,000 hertz. That's very high. Look at the high and low sounds some animals can hear compared to humans. If a honeybee's wings beat at a pitch of 200 hertz, would a bullfrog be able to hear it? What about a bat? Soft sounds, loud sounds. How do we measure sound? As you learned earlier, when an object vibrates, it makes the air around it move. We use decibels to measure how much energy is in the vibration, or how loud a sound is. The rustle of leaves is only 20 decibels. A rocket launch is 180 decibels. Look at how soft and loud sounds can be. An explosion or sudden blast makes a special kind of wave of energy called a shock wave. It creates a shockingly loud sound. At 10 decibels, it almost can't be heard, like a pin dropping. At 20, it can only just be heard, like leaves rustling. 30 decibels would be very quiet, like whispering. 40 would be like light rainfall. 50 is quiet, like heavy rainfall or a car driving past. 60 would be comfortable, normal human voices, dishwasher. 70 can be irritating, like a television set on loud or a vacuum cleaner. 80 can be unpleasant, alarm clocks, doorbells. 85 is considered loud, like a smoke alarm or a motorcycle. 90 decibels is extremely unpleasant. Nearby trucks screaming, a lawnmower, maybe a nearby helicopter or a large drum or a rock concert or a chainsaw. 120 decibels would be when the human voice is at its loudest, or like a police siren. 140 decibels is almost painful to us, like a jackhammer or a firecracker going off right next to us. 150 decibels and above can be damaging to your hearing. Things like a nearby jet engine or an avalanche or a rocket launch. At 194 decibels, sound waves become shock waves that can actually knock things over. The storm is over, the sunlight has returned, and the quiet. But not quite. Zzz. Do you hear that sound? Zzz. The tiny honeybee is buzzing loudly home again.